I think for a lot of women who want to go and get the surgeries, they look at men that they're attracted to, especially on social media, and then who the men are following. So I need for you to break this down to me because I've seen this as well.
Yeah.
So you hear men say, like, I'm looking for a woman who's wholesome, she got good character, she's natural. And to them, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, when men say, they're looking for a woman that's natural, meaning she's not wearing like any, weaves or hair extensions. She's not wearing like, fake nails, fake eyelashes. Um, all of her body parts are real the way God created her. There wasn't things that were transferred or implanted into her body. But then when I go to the same guy's social media account and I look at all the people that they're following, these are women. They got big old butts. You can tell that these women have had some enhancements done to their bodies.
Yeah.
They're wearing wigs, nails, lashes, the whole nine. So as a woman, I hear what you're saying, but then what you're choosing to follow doesn't match what you're saying. So there's confusion.
Yeah.
So then some women may think like, oh, that's what he likes. So now I have to make these adjustments. I have to wear my hair a certain kind of way. I have to, dress a certain kind of way and emphasize all these different places on my body to get his attention because your social media is telling me that's what you like. So why is that? So why is it that men will say, this is what I'm looking for, physicality, characteristics in a woman. But if you look at their social media, who they're following, the women we're perceiving are opposite to what they're saying.
I would say like it comes that by women don't ask what do men want. They don't have communication.
Okay.
And they just assume that's what we want because everyone has a fantasy. Even women have fantasies. You see a woman that you and her are in a relationship, right?
Okay.
And she would tell you, "Oh, if The Rock comes to me, I'm gonna sleep with him." You know what I mean? She would tell you straight in your face. That's her fantasy.
Okay.
We know it's never gonna happen.
Okay.
Or there's a slim chance to that, right? So men have fantasy
Okay.
where we like to look at those women, right?
Sure.
But we don't want to marry them.
Okay.
They wouldn't want to have a future with them.
Yeah.
So women's gotta ask themselves, do they want fun or do they want a future?
Okay.
If you want a future with a man, then you start understanding that yes, we like women who curse, we like all those people, we like that, but that's not who we want to be with.
Okay.
We want them for fun.
Okay.
And not future, right? Futuristic.
Okay.
So if you wanna have fun with men, yes, you can go and have that and have fun. But if you want a future with a man, you have to build on your characteristics.
Okay.
Personality.
Okay.
And that's the difference because everyone has a fantasy. Man and woman has fantasy.
Yeah.
Women's like the guys that have the big chest, big hand, you know what I mean, strong, that's why they pay strippers money and they do a girls get together fun and you got a guy coming and dancing, and they throw money at him and they fainting on him. And she got a dude at home thinking that his wife is somewhere just talking with his girlfriend. No, she's having the best life of her life. And he don't even have an inch of a muscle. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah,
it's human nature. We all have fantasies.
Okay. Okay.
But that doesn't mean she's gonna sleep with a stripper.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just fun, and she's gonna come home to her man and
Yeah.
be blessed. And so, we like those stuff, but that doesn't mean we want to have future with those stuff.
Okay.
That's why you see women that have curves, have all that, or that did surgery and all that. They're single. And you see women that don't have nothing, and then they've been married for 10 years.
Yeah.
So life is a dimension, right?
Yeah.
As a lady, you got to ask yourself, do you want to be on the fun side or you want to be on the futuristic side?
Yeah.
You want to be on the fun side?
Yeah.
You do Brazilian, but if you don't have whatever,
Yeah.
guys are going to come to you,
Yeah.
have fun with you, give you money, and that's it.
That's it.
You want to have kids, be married, build on your character,
Yeah.
build on your self-endowment, know what a man wants, know the roles of a woman and a man, and you get a guy and you keep a guy and you have a good future with a man, right?
Yeah.
And then it also comes by, we live in a generation where women focus more on their career, more on their boss, and more on their financial money attributes, right? And because of that, it's creating a lot of single women.
Okay.
And women is thinking that, okay, I'm single, let me go get a butt lift so I can get a man. Nah. The problem is when you was 20, guys was coming for your hand in marriage. Instead of you combining your career, work, and everything while being with him and married and having family, you kicked them away. You kicked so many suitors away. And by the time you're 30 or 30 something, and then you have your career, you have the money, you stabilize now, you want to get married. Those people are not coming for you no more. And then you start, oh, why men don't want to marry me? Oh, because I don't got a butt. Or I'm going to go get a Brazilian because I'm making money now. I got money now. You go to Brazil, you die in 50%, you die in the process of it. 50% you successful with pains in the rest of your life. Because they take medication for that. And they have to go and re-update it. I think maybe once every 3 years. Because you gotta watch what you eat. If you eat too much, you lose that.
Sure.
And you gotta go back in the night.
Yeah.
So it becomes a tussle and hustle.
Yeah.
Where now you did something to your body that you're gonna regret for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And you're still not married. The only difference is that you have more stuff coming into you compared to before. And you're still in the same situation. So it's a temporary fix.
Yeah.
So that's why I advise women that, listen, money is good, working is good, career is good, right? Incorporate it too to yourself. When you are 20, a guy is coming for your hand in marriage. If the guy is good, hardworking, combine the marriage and your career together. Know your role as a woman. Play that role and also work and do what you want to do as a career with your man, being a wife.
Yeah.
So that when you get to that age level, you're good. Because one thing women don't understand is that there's an age that you reach, right? The men that you want don't want you. You get what I'm saying? They want something. And men's always attracted to younger ladies. Most men, not all men, most men, are attracted to younger ladies, very young. And that's how we are as a human being, and it can never change, right? So that's why I laugh when older women say, near the capital, the guy that did Titanic, what's his name again?
Leo
DiCaprio, yeah. They're upset with him because he like women on the 23, 24. Once you reach 26, he's done. That's his choice. Why are you mad at a brother for his choice? There's nothing wrong with that. Men's one younger. The more money they have, the more younger they want. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So okay, so you said a whole lot in that. So I want to go back to one of the things you said earlier. You said that when it comes to men and who they choose to follow on social media, it does not truly represent that that's the type of woman that they want to be with or marry or, have a committed relationship with. Sometimes, not always. But for most of the guys, you're saying that those women kind of fit into some kind of like fantasy for the guys, right? It just because men are visual. Men are very visual. Women are visual too, but men are very, very, very visual. And it's nice to look at. It's kind of like it's kind of like not reality. So this is the only time that men live in fantasy land when it comes to women. When it comes to women and how they look. So men get wrapped up in the fantasy of what a woman looks like. But again, I can still see for some women who are not very confident in who they are and what they bring to the table as a woman, they could see, who a guy chooses to follow on his social media and think that's the type of woman that he would be most attracted to. So because they want to make themselves more desirable, they do those things to kind of, become that. Like you said, unfortunately for some of those women, they still end up being single and not, married or whatever the case may be, which is unfortunate. But I also want to say too, for a lot of women, especially now, they're not choosing to go down the route of being married and having children. And some women are saying they're okay with that, and that's fine. Kudos to them. I don't know their heart. I don't know what's in their head. They're the only one that lives in their head. So they know what they want. If they're okay with just having casual interactions with men and it not leading to something more permanent because, you know, they have goals and aspirations they want to attain and feel like becoming a mother, becoming a wife will take them off track, that's their decision. So we're talking about for women and men who desire to be married, desire to have family and children and all of that stuff. You know, so the advice you offered is very important. If you are pursuing your education, you're pursuing your career, and you also want to be married and you also want to be a mother or parent or whatever, that you don't negate both. Like you try to weave them both into what you're doing. And that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense because unfortunately for women, time's not on our side. So as we age, things biologically change. It doesn't mean that you're unable to conceive children later on in life. For some, it may be a little bit more difficult. There may be more challenges that are presented in the process. You know, there are women who are well in their 20s that are having complications getting pregnant. And then there are women who are in their upper 40s and 50s and are having kids with no issues. So it's really a toss up. Yeah. But we understand, like, you know, with time and female anatomy, that, you know, it does kind of make things a little bit more difficult the longer you wait. But I also want to talk about too, and we talked a lot about men and what they're kind of attracted to in women. When it comes to like women, what we look for in guys. So there's a lot of conversation when you ask a woman, like, what physically are you looking for in a guy? Like, I want him to be tall, dark, and handsome, right? That's the thing, tall, dark, and handsome. And you know, being a Black woman, being a Black African Caribbean woman, you know, I appreciate my Black brothers 1000%. Like, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice is what they say. Yep. So, you know, so I appreciate, you know, a guy that, and it doesn't have to be this way, but like, you know, skin tone, I don't really care too much. It's not like a deal breaker for me, but I love, there's something about dark skinned men. I just love it. You know, men that are tall, because I'm a tall woman too. So I'm not trying to date a guy who's like 4'9". That's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me. You know, and I think for a lot of women that kind of look for a man who's like, he got a 6-pack, he's 6 feet tall, he makes 6 figures. I think it's the mindset, the idea of like, protection. You know, like a woman can like fall into the arms of her man who's big and can hold her. I think it's just like a security thing, I think, you know, for some women that really look at that. My experience as a woman who's plus size is a lot of skinny men seem to be very attracted to me. And not to say like skinnier men are not my first preference, but like I would prefer a guy that is, you know, that got some meat, that got some I can hold, that I can hold on to. But you can see like now, like the whole big craze is like the gym rat is what they call them. So people that spend a lot of time in the gym, you know, lifting weights, working on their body, their physique, and they're all strong and muscles and all this other stuff. Which, I mean, you reference The Rock. Like The Rock, he's a beautiful man, by the way. But like, but it's not realistic. Like I don't see that as someone, for me personally, that I would want to date long term or have him be my husband. But like if it just ends up to happen that way, then God bless me, thank you. But like there's just this big emphasis on like physicality and like having all these muscles and all this other stuff. And like at the end of the day, like you said, you got to keep it going. Right? So like you got to keep working out to like maintain that body. And if you get surgery, you got to like keep going every couple of years to make sure things aren't sagging or moving, because that silicone stuff, it travels. It moves. And a lot of women, like they have pains, and you talk about taking medication all the time. They have pain, like, you know, the silicone was put in this place, but now like it's traveled to this part of the body, and now it's impacting this organ, that organ. So now either they have to go in and get it repositioned or get it taken out.
It's amazing.
So like, why even do all of that? You know?
And some of them don't even know that.
Yeah, until it's too late. Until it's too late. Like, and now it's like it's life threatening, and now you have to go. So like I think recently I saw Black China. Black China, she, for those of you who don't know, she's an American I don't know what you would call her. I don't know if you would call her an actress, but like she's like a, I don't know, like a social media person. So she's had some pretty high profile relationships. She dated Tyga, which is a American rapper. She dated Rob Kardashian, which is the only brother of the Kardashian sisters. And she has children with both of them. Mm-hmm. So like she has a really big social media presence for like how she looked, and like she had like a lot of work done, like from her face to like her breast, her everything, right? And recently she decided to um, get baptized and be born again, and dedicate her life to the Lord, which is great for her. Kudos to her. But through her journey, she decided that she no longer wanted those things in her body. Yeah. So she went through the process of like getting the implants removed, the stuff taken out of her cheeks, the silicone from her rear end, and all this other stuff. So you see a lot of women, I think to your point, like, you know, they do all these things because they want to be relevant, they want to make money, you know, and then at the end of the day, they're going home to themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have a husband or someone to share their life with. So now they're trying to search for meaning in their life and realize all these things I did didn't get me any closer to my goal.
Yes. And they're regretting all this stuff. Like she's regretting everything she did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it costs money to undo it too.
It does. It does.
And pain also. You know, and you don't know the consequence or the disadvantage of that after some years coming.
Yeah.
Because some stuff are still in her system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And she has money, and not a lot of people have money like that.
To be able to do stuff like that.
Because some people go all the way to Mexico with a bus or a car just to go do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know why so many women do that. And Black China realized that everything she did, I mean, she got the money and everything, but she's not happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and nothing serious in her life. And most guys that come to you on that just wants to have fun. How long can you entertain just fun?
Yeah.
You know, and you lonely at night, and people just see you as a tool or enjoyment.
Yeah.
Or sex objects.
Yeah.
You know, it gets to a point that you realize, like, man, this is not for me. So I'm proud that she did that and she changed her life. You know, and I hope some ladies learn from that. You know, because nowadays people live their life through what somebody is living their life. Celebrity, which doesn't make sense. People don't think nowadays. They just look at the celebrity and they want their life to be like the celebrity.
Oh my goodness. And they have no idea what that celebrity went through to get to that.
And some celebrities don't show you how the reality of their life. They fake it. And you want that fakeness. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Just like some celebrities tell you don't need a man, you don't this and that, and they go home to their man. And you fighting your man, you tell him you don't need him, but she's with a man.
Right.
You don't see that part. She don't show you that part.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or some celebrity advising ladies, that man will always break your heart, and just enjoy their money and make sure that you get something out of it, right?
Yeah.
But she's making her own money.
Yeah.
She ain't got no man, but she's making her own money. So you telling ladies to depend on a guy or be a prostitute?
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, because if you tell a lady that man's always gonna break your heart, right? So always try to get money from them. Always try to, achieve financial stability or whatever from them.
Okay.
Because they're gonna break your heart, right?
Okay. Doesn't mean they're a prostitute.
What does it mean? If I'm telling you go after a man just for his money, what is that?
That means that she's an opportunist.
Different English?
No, it's not.
Yeah, because you're there for the money. When you call a prostitute, what is she coming for? Money.
It's like a transaction. Is what I look at prostitution.
Yeah, it's still a transaction because you dating him for his money and he's there with you for, maybe he wants a relationship. Then you realize that you're not making him happy, give him a good relationship with. Then he converts the mentality to that. Yeah. So you guys are just doing transaction.
It's not prostitution. But I hear what you're saying, but it's not prostitution. Okay. Yeah, I mean you made a good point. Like and that's why social media is so dangerous.
Yeah.
It's so dangerous when it comes to dating. And that's why I think we find ourselves, those of us that are still in the dating market, that it's challenging for us to really find people who are authentic and who really know what they want, know who they are, and what they bring. And I'm not talking as far as what they bring at, like from a financial standpoint, just the essence of who they are as people. And they're allowing what they see online to dictate how they should live their lives, you know. So there are a lot of men out here who are attracted to and date women who are plus size, right? But for whatever reason, because men value and the acceptance and the approval of their male peers, and if someone in that group think that fat women, plus size women, big women are disgusting, they're undesirable, I would never date a woman who's big, but then you're attracted to someone who's big, they'll like shame you for it. Yeah. And then like you're going into hiding and have to sneak around to see somebody that you're interested in and you're attracted to. Same thing for women. So like if in your friend group there's a certain kind of guy that most of the women don't find desirable, but you are attracted to them, so what? It's like, for example, like if you love to date African men in your friend circle, your friends think that African men are whatever stereotypes they want to create about African men, but you as a person, you're attracted to them, then you're hiding your preference, and that's not okay. You should be open and saying loudly and proudly who you like, who you love, who you choose to spend your time with. Because at the end of the day, I'm going home laying in my bed. Yeah. In the house that I pay for and all this other stuff. So why would I allow somebody else to dictate how I should live my life and who I should date? So social media, while it can be a blessing as far as you being able to connect with people and learn things, can also be detrimental to your life and where you're trying to go. So, you know, whatever led Black China on that journey to where she wanted to make a change in her life, you know, I pray that, you know, God takes her on that journey and she gets what she, you know, she needs and what she wants. But we just need to really be mindful about what it is that we want, who we are, and what we're looking for. And then just also be mindful of the messages that we put out there, because people will judge us. Regardless if we do good, they judge us. We do bad, they judge us, right? And people are going to find something to say that's going to be negative about anything that we do. Um, and also just be mindful of the people that are offering that commentary. You know, if it's people that you value and people that support you, then that's different. But if this is people that just, you know, want to use a platform to bash you, I mean, you take it with a grain of salt. You take what apply, you throw away the rest. But I think at the end of the day, we just need to be clear about what it is that we really want and pursue those things, whether it be physicality, like what you're looking for in a woman, um, characteristics like someone who is a provider, someone who is generous, someone who is someone who's honest. Yeah. Like and I say honest from the standpoint of like they speak the truth in love is what I'm talking about. Like just because you call yourself being honest and telling somebody something, but then the way how you deliver it is not in a way that's edifying or building up the person or helping them grow, it doesn't mean you have to say it. But yeah. Attractiveness is very subjective. You know, it means like it's going to be different no matter who the person is. Yeah. So who you're attracted to is not going to be the same as like who your homeboys are attracted to, or it might be. Who knows? Y'all might be chasing the same women. And same thing like in the girls group. Like, you know, just because I'm attracted to a certain type of guy doesn't mean that my other female friends are attracted to the same kind of guy. And that's okay too. So like what do you think about like in situations where people are shamed for the type of people they're interested in, like physical wise, like, you know, again, like that example I gave about some guys who are attracted to women who are bigger are being shamed because their friends are not attracted to women who are bigger, so they feel like they have to conceal, like, I like big women, or I like muscular guys, I have to conceal that because my friends don't like muscular guys. Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think some people like go through peer pressure and what their guys think, you know.
Yeah.
And for like guys, like what our friends or family think of a woman is really important, because you don't want to bring a woman that ever like, what you doing with this lady, you know what I mean? And they're like, damn, that's true. You start like thinking on yourself, right? Or like I asked one of my friends here in America, she's an African American. I asked her, why do American women like guys that like have like that's big, you know,
like
more
muscular,
no,
big,
like
or?
big, like
Okay,
like big,
okay,
not
okay.
muscular, like
Sure.
like fat. You could say fat,
chubby or whatever,
whatever, yeah. Compared to the skinny guys, you know, and she's like, we like them because the skinny guy look like they're in crack. They do crack.
Oh goodness.
Like they take crack, so like, nah, we like the ones that's big.
We like guys that are healthy looking.
Yeah. So it's like,
look like they love to eat.
Yeah, so that's like stigmatizing. I said,
gotcha.
Not all skinny guys are cracked.
That is true.
Some guys don't have a good body metabolism that they can't get big.
That's a good point.
No matter what they eat.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You know, and that's how God created them, and
Yes.
they're healthy.
Yeah.
But they get stigmatized on the lady when they say hi. She's like, are you on crack? Do you take crack? You know, do you she start running away from him.
Sure.
And then she see a guy that's chubby or fat,
and
whatever you call it. He's like, yeah, that's the guy for me. He's healthy. He's not on crack. He might be on crack.
He might be.
He might be the baddest one ever.
That's true.
So as human beings, we stigmatize, right? Just like if I see a lady, right, and I'm talking to her, right, and I like her, and I'm talking to her, right, and she asked me, where you from? I said, I'm from Africa. And then first thing in her mind, you got your papers? What the hell my papers got to do with what I'm trying to talk to you about? She's already thinking that I'm trying to use her for papers.
Use it for stuff.
You know, like, so it's a whole lot of stigmatizing.
Yeah.
So sometimes ladies want to show off her men to her friends. And if she got a guy that's not that good looking, or that maybe too big, and she's always saying, I like average guys, and then she ends up with a fat guy, a chubby guy. Sometimes she might not be happy showing her friends. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a challenge to her.
Yeah.
Because her friends gonna like, so I thought you like average guys, so what the hell you doing with this guy? And then she gotta explain to herself and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes what we want is not what we get, and sometimes we go through that challenge.
Okay.
Of we want this kind of a lady, right?
Yes.
But we got the other kind of lady.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you have to get what wants you.